So yes everyone. So before moving on to the new part of this chapter, one thing I want to dictate you is the two laws of reflection. The first law is incident ray, normal and reflected ray all lie in the same plane. If this is the plane, this notebook's page is the plane, so all the three lines are lying in this plane only. And second rule is angle of incidence is always equals to angle of reflection. So if you understood these concepts, let's proceed to the very new concept which has been totally new for us. The new one is spherical mirrors. So now here you have to pay properly attention because these are not easy ones. So the next one is spherical mirrors. Now what are spherical mirrors? One mirrors which you are using for looking your face or your makeup mirror, what I call, they are known as plane mirrors. They are known as plane mirrors. But now we are going to discuss about spherical mirrors. For example, I am given a big sphere, a hollow sphere means which is empty from inside. A big hollow sphere is given of glass. Now what I am going to do, I am going to remove two of its parts. One is this part, let it be AB, and the other part I am going to remove is this C and D part. Means the two parts I am going to remove, one is this and of course the other one is this part. So both will be removed here. So the first one came here, watch it. So you may call it as C and D part. The other one will be over here, you may call it as A, B part. Now what I did, I have polished it from outside. I have polished it from outside. It is been polished from outside. It is been polished from inside. Okay, bacha. Now what happens? These two mirrors which are actually curves, they are not straight or plane, and these mirrors which forms the part of a hollow sphere, these two mirrors are known as spherical mirrors. Now they are having special names. The first one which is being polished from outside, it is known as concave mirror, means concave mirror. And the other one which is being polished from inside, that is known as convex mirror. So try to pay attention carefully. That is known as convex mirror. Now the center of each mirror is called pole. So this is called pole. So where P stands for pole. Okay. There is one line which will pass through these poles. That line is known as principal axis. We call it as principal axis. So this is also principal axis. Now what happens? For example, any number of light rays are coming towards this mirror. I am using only two light rays. Any number of light rays you can use, but I will be using only two light rays to make the figure simple. Now what happens? These two will meet at one place, means these two will converge them towards each other. So both the light rays will be meeting at one point, and hence the name is converging mirror. Next one, the two light rays will be diverged from each other. They will even go more further from each other. This will move that side, this will move this side, and hence the name diverging mirror. Diverging mirror. So this is converging mirror, this is diverging mirror. Here it is the pole, this is the principal axis. One more. The radius of this sphere, the radius of the sphere, the radius of this sphere, this is called radius of curvature. radius of curvature. Radius of curvature. Now these are some of the points which you have to remember forever in mind to have the point exactly clear. So this is called radius of curvature, and this is called center of curvature. Center of curvature. And this part from where actually reflection is taking place, this part, the portion of the mirror from where reflection is taking place, this is called aperture. This is called aperture. Thank you.